What is your favorite word? What's the first word you think of that starts with the letter D? What isn't a cult but feels like a cult? Mommy groups, and even specific groups, like a cult within a cult. Joined a cloth diapering group. I was excommunicated for using Pampers at night. Breastfeeding? If you aren't nursing till 4, bye! My condo association. No, I will not host the ritual at my place again this month, Dave. Some dog owners groups on Facebook are very culty-like. Got banned from one group for not crate training my pup. I like her sleeping in my bed as it helps with my anxiety. Yeah, how dare you try and sleep with your cute little sweet angel baby next to you instead of putting him in a jail. Stan culture. The weird obsession over celebs is alarming. It's cool to like things, but it isn't cool to like things like this, you know? The essential oils cure everything, people. I still don't understand essential oils. Like, somebody told me to get some lavender because it'll help me relax. I drank the whole thing and I just got sick for a week. I live in Orlando and Disney people are crazy. Again, people can like what they like, but please don't try and yell at me with your Mickey Mouse ears on. The Holy Church of CrossFit. What is CrossFit? Nobody has been able to properly explain it, and I don't care. Don't tell me. Jared Leto in general. Yeah, he just has a cult. Like, he just has one. What's a TV show's opening credits you never skip? Ooh, that's a hard one. I think it might be a toss-up between Friends and Evangelion, honestly. DuckTales. Woo! Excellent choice. I almost forgot about them. Breaking Bad, because it's too short to skip it. Intro goes hard, though. I hope you liked that acapella rendition. Futurama. I can only hear it so many times, but it is still good. I'm not saying it's bad. Netflix series called Dark. That music set the tone for the series every time. I've never heard of that, so next answer? Malcolm in the Middle. Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Top Gear. It's short and the Tonight highlights were always funny. The Simpsons. Heard this on a podcast with Danny Elfman, the theme composer. He had no health insurance, but because he did the harmonies and sang The Simpsons at the beginning, he was able to get SAG insurance, and he's had it ever since. He also says he is vastly underpaid for the royalties. I mean, yeah, for a series that's gone this long, well, Danny Elfman has plenty under his belt, so never mind. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Oh, so good. Now this is a story all about how my life got... I need to stop. I can't. The FBI recently broke into Donald Trump's safe. What do you think he keeps in it? Well, we know the answer, sort of, but what are the speculations? The safe combination. It's the safest place for it. He's definitely keeping a stack of McDonald's coupons in there. The good ones. 1 free Big Mac, no expiration date. Stacks and stacks of those $5 gift card books. 10 times 50-cent gift cards from the 80s. A few collectible glasses, too. A stack of printed out NFT images in black and white. Why black and white, though? You guys are deplorable. Talking about a former president like this, spray tan is the answer. Okay, you had me in the first half. One of his Horcruxes. He's gotta keep it safe and close to him, right? Like, I mean, come on. We'll find the other ones, though. We'll find them. His good crayons. Well, yeah, you gotta keep the secret stash. 72% complete MAGA coloring books, mostly in the lines. Nah, that man goes outside the line. You think he's following the rules? A copy of Home Alone 2 with his scene still in it. You're given the power to alter one thing by 1%. What do you change to cause the most chaos? Milk. 3% milk? You monster! There already is 3% milk. It's called whole milk. So wait, whole milk isn't 100% milk? Was it? Number of atoms in the known universe. I don't know exactly how that would affect things, but I know it's not good. Human chromosome. Again, I don't know how that's gonna affect it, but it will be bad. Speed of light. Are you making it 1% faster or 1% slower? We need specifics. I would shrink every keyhole in the world by 1%. Truly evil. But locksmiths will be happy until they can't unlock the van with the tools in it. The number of living people. 1% of the total population suddenly dies at random. That's gonna cause a ton of chaos. Easy there, Thanos. No. He's still 49% off. Diet Thanos. Hand sanitizer now kills 100.99% of germs. What does that extra 0.99% do? I'm sort of worried about it myself. Congratulations, you've cured disease. Cured life. Pi. Is pi that important where it would cause chaos? Like, I'm not a mathematician, clearly, so I don't know what that would do. What accents do you find least attractive? Ornate curtain rods. Throw pillows with uncomfortable fabric textures. Are these, like accents in the accent furniture? I get it, okay. My own. I have a thick Mancunian accent and my dialect is a mess. I'll provide an example as best I can. Normal. Hello, how are you? I'm good. I'm going to the shop. I will see you soon. Me? Yeti, mate? What's been going on that? Nah, mate, I'm sound. Me just nipping fucking shopping that for some cigs and in it. Can text me in a bit, yeah? Alright? In a bit, man. Safe G. Let's all just agree that I didn't make the worst accent possible. Like, you just will never speak of this again. People mentioning Birmingham accents. I started watching Peaky Blinders and have to ask if this is an accurate representation. Ozzy Osbourne is probably the best representation of a Birmingham accent. Most people think he talks like that because of the years of drug abuse, but that's just how Brummies talk. People from Northern Ireland sound like they want to murder you, but they're just saying hello. Regional accent from the UK. Birmingham. By God, it makes people sound so thick. I didn't mean to read that like the sexy thick. Never mind. I've heard myself talk. Chicago. Currently living in Chicago and raising my children here. I'm worried if I start hearing that accent in their speech, I might have to move. My wife is convinced we can teach them to speak without it. Valley Girl. Absolute cringe. Like, totally. Oh my God. Gag me with a spoon. My mom really likes the Valley Girl joke, so I know what it is. Valley Girl American. Bonus points for a heavy vocal fry after every single sentence. I think that's as close as I'm gonna get. Bogan Aussie. Don't know what that sounds like, and I won't try. What's that song that makes you feel good no matter what? Mine is... Mine is Happy by Pharrell. It just gets me going. Go Your Own Way by Fleetwood Mac. Island in the Sun. Can you get any more nostalgic? Banana Phone. It's a silly song that my husband used to sing sometimes. I like to play it to annoy him. LOL. Hypnotized by Biggie. It just hit me at 11 years old and never left. It Was a Good Day by Ice Cube. When I had my alarm set to the radio, the local station would always play that on Friday mornings when my alarm went off. Now that song just reminds me of waking up for high school. Oh, well, that's a bummer, kinda. Sultans of Swing. Groove is in the Heart by D-Light. Hotel California. That solo is sweet AF. What was life like before the internet? Better, I would say. Well, nah, it's debatable. A lot more. Oh, I know that actor. What's his name? I can't remember. Everyone. Oh well. But for like every bit of trivia, etc. Homework, then go outside and hang out with friends. See, it used to be common for everyone to go touch grass once in a while. You should try it. Not without its problems, but just more relaxed. I don't know. I just read Goosebumps and played video games. Lots of Super Nintendo for me. The library was where you went to get knowledge. There was this thing called a card catalog you used to find books of a certain type. Then you would find a book on the topic you were interested in and maybe read the index to find out if a specific thing is mentioned on some page. Then read it. I had an encyclopedia set and I would just read it randomly to gain knowledge when I couldn't sleep. If you wanted software for a computer, you would go to a store that sold stuff on discs. People wrote letters and mailed them to communicate or made phone calls on landlines. It cost extra money to call long distance. If you wanted an item, you would call stores and ask if they had it, then physically go there and buy it. It was different in the early 90s before the internet. Think about the times you were out with your friends. Now imagine having no cell phones, which means no contact with anyone that isn't in your current area. That's what it was like, except all the time. We used to draw pictures on the walls of our caves, and Tarok would tell of stories when the buffaloes would cover as much land as the eye could see. And then they invented the internet. Which job did you quit fastest? Ooh, mine is, I worked at an Amazon warehouse for 4 days. I had a mental breakdown, got extremely sick, I couldn't do it. Dunkin' Donuts. A customer threw their donuts and hot coffee at me. I dodged. My manager apologized to them and gave them a discount. Couldn't leave that job fast enough. Ooh, I must stay my tongue. I cannot speak on these customer service interactions because, ooh, baby. Cold calling senior citizens to sell them overpriced insurance who had already been cold called previously. I worked for 2 hours at a Burger King before I quit. I was only scheduled 11 hours of work after being promised at least 25, and they cut me halfway through my first shift because it was slow. That was quick. No, it was slow. Amazon warehouse. I can't tell you to not work for Amazon, but I consider everything else. Graveyard shift at a 7-Eleven in a seedy neighborhood. Lasted one night. It was a store full of nope, especially at 3 a.m. It was only a matter of time before you'd be robbed there. Or worse. Expelled? Toys R Us. I needed a part-time job, and they sent me home early on my first day because they hadn't met the sales goals for the previous day. They told me they didn't make enough to pay me. I asked them if money was that tight, then why did they post that job and hire me? I quit on the spot. The store isn't even there anymore, but it closed a while before the company itself fell apart. I was 14 and got a job through a family friend at a leather tannery. It paid $3 an hour. I showed up and was handed a pair of gloves. They had holes in them. My job was to cover raw cow hides with salt. I would cover one side, then flip and cover the other side. I quit at lunch. I showered 3 times that day and could not get the stink off of me. I went back to mowing the neighborhood lawns for some spending cash. $3? Family, friends, or not, that's illegal, let alone 14 and working. I worked at a movie theater for about 4 hours. I quit when someone threw a drink at me because it wasn't carbonated enough. What's something that kids aren't scared of, but adults are? Taxes. I'm not scared of them because I don't understand them. Getting older. Kids want to, we don't. Time. I'm not so much scared of time as I am confused on how it works. Once again, I'm not smart. Being honest. I once babysat this 7-year-old who asked me why I am fat. LOL. It hurts, but it was true. Head injuries. They seem determined to collect as many as possible. Well, kids are like indestructible, you know? They're like bones or jelly. That's never mind. Kids themselves. I'd say kids are scared of kids. Making friends. This one doesn't really apply either. Kids don't like making friends. Like, they are more willing to be friends with a snail they found in the yard than their 3rd grade class. Falling down. My kids are fearless. I lost a few weeks' pay once because I twisted my knee slipping on ice. Someone climbing down the chimney and leaving a present in your house. Well, yeah, when the kids know that that person could be bringing them a PlayStation, of course they're not scared of them breaking and entering. What superpower would be absolutely useless in battle, but useful in everyday life? Really good at cooking, man. Well, if we go off of like Breath of the Wild like logic, then you could make food that gives you more health, so you never know. The super amazing ability to unprocrastinate. That's called being normal, unfortunately. Q-Man. Able to cut immediately to the front of long lines at any store, event, or restaurant without ramifications or upsetting anyone. A spider sense that alerts you when something in your fridge has expired. Why alert when it's expired? Alert when it's about to. Coffee never cold, man. Astral projection. Great for intel. Terrible for combat. Anything you eat is healthy. Pizza is a vegetable. What is something ethical but illegal? Putting money in other people's parking meters which are about to expire. I hate that that's illegal. Like, why? It's charity. In some parts of the US, politicians have made it illegal to feed the homeless. Like with an open table of free food you'll hand out to anyone who comes up. And this is clearly something ethical to do. Churches are the main ones violating such laws. Taking food that was going to be thrown away, especially as an employee. When I worked at Jimmy John's, at the end of the night, if we didn't sell all of the bread or we made too much, we would just have to throw it away. And it was like we were not allowed to bring it to a homeless shelter or take it home with us because they wanted more money. Children selling lemonade without a license. I've seen videos of grown adults calling the cops on kids selling lemonade. It's pathetic. Those adults should get a charge for wasting time and resources. Pirating media no longer available for sale. Nintendo. In some parts of the US, it is illegal to give out water to voters waiting in line to vote. Collecting rainwater for irrigation. I still don't understand how that one's illegal. Like, it's from the sky, homie. Giving water to undocumented immigrants crossing the southern border. Because God forbid you let human beings going through some shit have something to survive the desert. What's something you are really good at? If you haven't guessed, I'm really good at being stupid. Ruining everything I enjoy for myself. Hey, I do that too. Talking nonsense nonsense. Breathing. I'm so good at it. Until you forget how to breathe for a split second. Does that happen to everyone, or am I crazy? Guessing how many jelly beans / pennies / marbles / items are in a jar / bowl / etc. All those guess how many beans and win a prize? Yeah, that's my shit right there. My best was one time when I was off by only one marble in a 5-gallon bucket full of marbles. Back then, I was really good at getting almost anyone to do what I wanted. Looking back, I may have been gaslighting them without knowing. Well, at least you aren't in denial. Congrats. Username checks out. What's the username? Huge influence? Oh, yeah, I guess it does check out. You have $10 million for a new home. What is the must-have feature you will build? Walls. Okay, smarty. Get out of here. Heated driveway. No more shoveling. I honestly never thought of something like that. That's awesome. A library and somewhere to play musical instruments. 30-seat home theater. Ooh, that's kind of a nice idea. Now you just gotta pay for 30 people to come and watch a movie with you. Get it? Because you don't have any friends. Never mind. A $5 million backyard. That makes people want to spend the night out there. It's so pleasant. Ooh, I also want one of those showers that has 50 heads all pointing towards me in the center. Ups, downs, side to side. I want to stand in a full torrent of water, like a car wash, only with more coverage. I think it should be legally required that any home a Smash player lives in has this shower. Secret passages. I yearn for a house with secret passages. I just want somebody to make the Resident Evil mansion. Make it a cool experience. Secret passages, puzzles, deadly traps, the works. What is the dumbest way you've been injured? Lifted my leg to fart to annoy a room full of people and hurt my back. I sat on my own testicle. I've been sitting with balls successfully for 41 years, but I guess I am not that great at it. The pain was on a molecular level. A dog tripped me up, then another one stood on my head. I was trying to impress a girl by showing off my amazing vertical leap and touching the top of a stop sign. I did it, but there was a rusty nail on the post holding it up that I didn't see. I basically kneed it, and the thing pierced my skin and ripped my leg open like it had been zippered closed. She looked pretty impressed as I walked home with it bleeding all over the place. I once put a plugged-in charger onto my tongue and couldn't taste anything for a week. I tripped over a toy car and sprained my ankle. I literally kicked a radiator, breaking my foot, got kicked in the hand and broke and dislocated my finger, fell out of a door and dislocated my shoulder, went running and fell, tearing a ligament in my ankle, got a concussion from walking into a door, tried to act cool in front of a girl and slipped, breaking my arm. Yeah, I'm very clumsy. How famous are you? In my house, I'm pretty famous. I'm the guy who fixes things and cooks things. When I was 5, I was the first documented case of E. coli from hunted white-tailed deer. My case apparently solved a mystery of how apple cider from an orchard gave a bunch of people E. coli, or something like that. I was 5 at the time. My memory is a bit fuzzy, but I've seen the article about me in a medical journal. Username checks out. What's the poop McButts? Come on. Small town famous. I'm the guy run over by a dump truck. Now I'm the only guy in a wheelchair. Oh my god, you're the dump truck boy? I can't believe it's actually Johnny Dump Truck. My dogs think I'm the main character. Hi, I'm the author. You are the main character. 2 street dogs know me very well. I feed them. I'm not even sure I've heard of me. I once got a like on Instagram by the Blues Brothers official account run by Judy Belushi and Dan Aykroyd. Guess I've never been more famous before or after that. I got 9 upvotes once. A true influencer. And look at you now, you got 2.1K. What's your favorite word starting with R and ending with T? Ricochet. Imagine learning a language and realizing that ricochet, ashtray, way, fillet, and entree all rhyme. English is broken. I don't know how to... Ratatat? Ratatata? I never learned how to say it. Mason's gonna kick my ass. Robot, but pronounced the way Zoidberg says robot. Root. Can't believe no one said this yet. Rainforest. Okay. Rindflesh. No, not saying it. Not trying. Ernt. Pronounced ernt. It's what I say to my dog to get his attention. Rabbit. Ooh, close one, but it's supposed to be spelt with a W. You wascally wabbits. You're not gonna hear him say you wascally rabbits. Come on. What's a smell that was so bad it's practically burned into your nostrils when memorizing it? The smell of a badly decomposing body. Why do you know what that smells like? How do you know what that smells like? Found a Tupperware in the back of the fridge and cracked it open. It was some broccoli that had been in there for a long time. Smell almost knocked me out. The smell of burning hair. Why is that one so like potent. I don't get it. Rotten boiled egg. Some Eastern European countries have a tradition for Easter where you keep one of the painted Easter eggs for the entire year. Horror. When me and my homies were making a small robot car-like thing, due to some malfunctions, the circuit board started to heat up and smoke came out. I was laying on my side in the floor close to the car, and that smoke went through my nose. It was like smell of plastic, rubber, and weird medicine mixed up, and we switched that thing off before it got into flames. What words sound totally different to how they're spelt? Half the English dictionary. It's all written the same, but yet pronounced completely different. But and put. Worcestershire. Yeah, because it's actually pronounced Worcestershire. Epitome. This is what I was looking for. I was 27 before I learned this one. Figured epitome and epitome were two different words with the same or similar meaning. Laugh and cough. English is broken. I'll say it until I die. Arkansas. America, explain. What do you mean it's Arkansas? Psychology. That one kind of looks correct to me, at least. Words are spelled. Spelt is a kind of wheat. Okay, genius. Get out of here. Get him out of here. The phone rings. You answer, and a voice says, 7 days. What are you going to do? It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Be relieved that it's not the car extended warranty people. Nah, they're waiting on the other line. There are like 4 people I answer the phone for, so I'd probably just ask for clarification. I would say, can't wait. Hang up and forget about it. Honestly, that's probably the easiest option. Just like ignore it and then you'll die in 7 days. Who knows? What's the weirdest thing you found left behind in a home you moved into? There was some cheap jewelry hidden in the air intake vent and a ruler in the ceiling of my closet. My mother weirdly insisted someone had been measuring their with it. Why did mom go to that first? The house was built in the early 1700s, but modernized many times. There was a small bathroom where they had cut a square hole to reveal the original insulation, clay, and pine needles. The previous tenants' kids. Crazy if true, but I feel like you're lying. A tiny used bar of soap left on the bathroom sink. The rest of the house was completely empty and spotless. Ritual pentagrammic-like symbols hidden under the carpet. A beer bottle full of love letters inside a wall. Found it during remodeling. Turns out the couple divorced before the house was finished. Hundreds of 2-liter soda bottles filled up with pee in the basement. The family's son must have been a Redditor who was too lazy to walk up the stairs to go to the toilet. What is a well-known film franchise that would have worked just as well or even better if the first film was a standalone? I don't know if Wonder Woman counts, but that sequel had no business being made. I thought the first one was really fun, but the second one was absolutely insane, and I felt dumber for having watched it. Jurassic Park. Yeah, I think right now, at least, it's gone a little too far. Highlander. There can be only one. Not if the studio has anything to say about it. Jaws and The Matrix. No, the Matrix trilogy is great. The new one, meh. Jaws? Sure, yeah, I mean, they killed the shark. Come on. Home Alone. Those sequels are like the answer to an AskReddit question. How would you ruin your friend's favorite movie sequel? Pirates of the Caribbean. No, come on. Like, yeah, they went too far in the franchise, but the first 3 are great. The Hangover. The second one was just a complete copy of the first. The third one sucked. Ghostbusters. Well, you don't want to see more of Dan Aykroyd blasting ghosts with a laser? What's the biggest thing you've seen change since you were a small child? My mom. She divorced my dad when I was 12, left with absolutely nothing, and blossomed. I'm incredibly proud of her. Seeing her happy is amazing. In 1994, there was no internet. Then suddenly, by 1997, there was. People have no idea how huge that really was. I'm currently listening to music, driving a big rig in VR, and chatting with y'all at the same time. That literally was not possible when I was 10. I'm gonna have to ask you to put the phone down, stop typing on Reddit, because you've got that load to deliver, and if you're driving and texting, unbelievable. 4 TV channels. You watched a show when it aired. You waited for commercial breaks before you went to the bathroom, and you could only watch one show at a time on the big 19-inch screen in the TV room. I used to be the youngest one at all family gatherings. Now I'm one of the oldest. The number of people with tattoos. I'm honestly super hyped that tattoos are more like normalized because they're so cool. They're cool. I like it. What's something about nature that you're absolutely obsessed with? Rain. It's absolutely beautiful and mesmerizing. I love cloudy days because hopefully rain is coming soon. The double slit experiment still blows my freaking mind. Oh boy, I don't know what that means, so I get to do homework. The night sky. especially away from any light pollution. I still really want to go to one of those like dark sky parks, because God, it would be so magic to see that. Mushrooms. Now, are we talking about the like shiitake or like the whoa, trees? As simple as that one is, yeah, I agree. Like going into the forest is just, it's a magic experience. That parasite that eats a fish's tongue and then replaces it functioning as a tongue. No, you like that? For me, I react to shooting stars and extraordinary lightning bolts with the same level of, holy shit, that was fucking sick. How dangerous are you? About as dangerous as a marshmallow. I don't know why I gave you that accent. There's a good chance I could fight my way out of a wet paper bag. About as dangerous as a floor mop. You clearly don't know proper applications of a floor mop. I will bite the skin between your fingers. Okay, calm down. That is an awful profile picture, by the way. Damn it. I can change out the 5-gallon water jug without spilling a drop. I have a 1 in 10 chance of guessing the last digit of a phone number correctly. I have successfully crowd surfed an online concert. I've developed a buckshot slingshot using only soaked coffee grounds, and it's mostly silenced. The only thing that online concert? How? Explain that one, please. Physically, I'd get my handed to me by a cockroach. Mentally, on the other hand, I would still get my handed to me by a cockroach. I put cereal after milk. Throw this one in jail. Throw him in Guantanamo. Very. Ooh, scary. Okay, I'll believe you. What's the first word you think of that starts with the letter D? Unfortunately, just due to the circles I'm in, D's came to mind first. Dick fur. What's a dick fur? Writing your name in the snow. Ah, classic. Dude. Whoa, no need for name calling. Dinosaur. Dragon. Dragon what? Dermatology. How is that the first thing that comes to mind? Maybe they're a dermatologist. That's a fair point, but that's not a normal thought process. My vocabulary is prodigious. Diamond. They must be a real Minecraft head. Cause they got diamonds on the, who cares? David. That's my middle name. Don't use it. Dunno. Good answer. What is your favorite word? That's honestly a really hard one to pick. So let's just see what other people said. Phlegm. It's the best hangman word. No one ever gets it. Anti-disestablishmentarianism. Is that a real word? I guess I'll have to check now. Oh boy, it is a real word. Yeah, I'm not giving the definition. Moist. Oddly enough, my least favorite. Yeah, you and everybody else. Pretentious. That is honestly a good word, especially in arguments. It shuts them down. You're being real pretentious right now. No, I'm not. Crusty. It is a really good adjective. Why they gotta say it like short? Pneumano ultramicroscopic silica volcanoconiosis. That's as close as I'm getting. Not taking that one again. Nope. Word. That is a pretty good word. Well, that was a word-filled episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Once again, my name's been Brandon, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.